37 million in the budget, Bove returning from his loan, and Kone being signed permanently. AS Roma is ready to sell a bunch of players, and they have done so to upgrade their budget to 125 million and sign Fratesi back to the club. Singo joins us now as a defensive player, and on top of it, his partner will be Branthwaite. Roma was shot to a first title this season thanks to Ferretti on the last penalty. But in the league itself, even though we had some great moments like these from Sule and Dovbyk, we were still struggling against good teams. And the fact that we're struggling is obviously showing in the league table. AS Roma now in the 4th position with 35 points, whilst Bologna and Milan are on 40. And Napoli, the team that we just struggled against, is on 37. And before we get into anything serious, this comment right here is saying that Fratesi needs to have number 16. So, lads, he gets number 16 in the name of De Rossi, who obviously was an exceptional player as well. But since we are now in the January transfer window, all the comments were mostly about transfer suggestions. And we have 55 million euros to play with. So we need to make the right decision, and it seems like the overall decision has been to make 2 transfers in this window. Mostly because down the wings, we only have Sule and Yilmaz. These 2 are the only proper wingers we have, and you guys have been suggesting a bunch of wingers to sign to back them up. And as always, for the new signings, I've been looking into the comments for the assistant coach's opinions, and this one was suggested by you. Mika Gods is now joining us, or Gods, but I'm assuming since he's from Belgium or Netherlands, actually he's from Belgium, I'm assuming he actually is pronounced Gods. But anyways, he comes in for 20 million. This is someone who actually right now is 76 rated, which is amazing. And on top of it, he has 10 goal contributions for Ajax this season. 6 goals, 4 assists. Mika, welcome to our team. Market value, 16.5. I apparently paid 20 right there, but I am thinking that's a quality signing that you suggested. So for me, he takes over his spot on the bench straight away. Let's look at the stats. 20 years old, 81 pace, 68 shooting, 71 passing, 82 dribbling, with okay defending and physicality, comes in with 4-star skill moves, and his play styles, technical and flair. I like that a lot. That could be a quality player off the bench. And as I was going through the comments once more, this comment right here put it perfectly. Kaoru Mitoma would be a perfect signing for our team. A player that can play left midfield, can play right midfield, and even move into the cam position if someone like Dybala is injured. He comes in for 25 million and becomes an offensive all-rounder right there. Market value 26 million. I paid 25. How the hell is that a D rating? Anyways, let's see how his stats are looking. So there is Mitoma. He comes in with the age of 28. He has 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 5'10" tall, and pace 84, shooting 73, passing 76, dribbling 85. And as I said, he can play on the left, he can play on the right, but he can also play in that cam position, giving a little bit more competition to the likes of Baldanzi, who I actually have to say, every time I used him, I liked him in the cam position. So for me, Baldanzi as a backup for Dybala is great. But if he gets injured, then Dybala does as well. We do have Mitoma who can cover all those spots, which I'm very, very happy with. So again, my assistant coaches have come in clutch, and we had some amazing suggestions. Mitoma comes in with finesse shot, technical, and quick step. Definitely a huge addition to AS Roma. Now, what do I want to achieve towards the end of the season today? I obviously want to see Dybala and others do well, but I want to focus on one specific player, and that is Leo Ferretti. Until the end of the season, I really want him to have at least 5 goals to his name. So we will be focusing on our Youth Academy talent because you guys love him and I do too. So Ferretti, this is your half a season. We're going to take you past that 70 rating. You are going to be my hero, as you've been in that Super Cup final. Another thing that you guys have been pointing out is the fact that Pellegrini was listed as a cam this whole time. I didn't even realize. We're going to change him into a center midfielder. Within 2 weeks, he will get there, and that way we'll guarantee that he plays during the simulations, which he might have not done until now. Oh, here we go. The first game today is against the first place team, Bologna. This is a massive chance for us to catch up Where does Bologna's strength lie in? Well, from what I can tell right there, a very structured team with Mitrovic up top. A big target man. As we step into this game, I just want to make it abundantly clear. This season, I want to lift a major trophy again with AS Roma. It doesn't have to be the Champions League or anything like that, but one trophy has to come, specifically domestically. So far, we've only won the Europa League. Nice one. Dovbyk open on the left-hand side. Adli, what a cross from Dovbyk! Yes! Dovbyk, that's a huge pass, buddy. Adli has not been performing too well lately, but this is a very good way of redeeming yourself. Oh, huge pass. Holm. There we go. See? That's the quality of defense we have right now, and I'm really liking it, lads. Dybala making that run down the middle. Dybala. Pass and move. Adli for the second. Bologna is at home, but they are getting battered. Adli, my man, thank you so much for that performance. And in the end, it's a 3-0 win with Dovbyk scoring again. On our way to facing Barcelona in the Champions League, we win 2-1 against Cremonese. And the away match against Parma results in a 3-0 victory. In the Champions League right now, we're in that 4th position, and Barcelona, our next opponent, is in 1st. I'm thinking if we win this next game, we are guaranteed to go through into the next round, so I'm going to give it my all. But in the Serie A, my friends, well, we have moved up into the 2nd position. AC Milan, I'm chasing you. I still remember how you beat me. And you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to take out Dovbyk, put Ferretti in there. I'm taking out Dybala. Baldanzi plays. Sule comes off. Mitoma plays. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to play Hots. Yes, this is a big test for these players. And you know what? We're going to continue in midfield. Bove and Fratesi, they're coming off. Kone takes over. All right, this might not be smart. But look, the thing is, being smart isn't always fun. Being dumb is actually extremely fun. But let's see how this goes. Oh, this could be very bad for us. And it will be. Dani Olmo makes it 1-0. Maybe that idea of playing all these players wasn't a good one. Bove, love that. Kone goes for Ferretti. Ferretti passing to Adli. He might not score, but he's going to get us one. Ferretti, thank you so much. Adli scores once more. Mancini chasing. Mancini trying to stop him. What a cross. Oh my. That is unbelievable. I got to pay respect where it's due. Barcelona ruined me. Bove, thank you. Huge steal. Adli, return the favor, man. Play it back to Ferretti. It's a 2-1 loss. We took a risk. It didn't pay off. But at least Ferretti got a goal contribution, I guess. And we got to see the new players. Nothing special so far. I gotta be real. But let's say we need 10 goal contributions with Ferretti. Not just 5 goals. Now turning Pellegrini into center mid. He goes up to an 84 rating. I believe he was an 83. So that's a really nice thing to see. And we are also changing the position of Hots to a right midfielder. Mitoma on the left midfield, Hots on the right midfield because he actually is right-footed. And somehow teams are trying to sign Bove, but no way. He is up to an 80 and he stays with us. Same with Endika. Nowhere to go. And yet again, AS Roma is playing against the first place team. AC Milan is our next opponent, and if we win this game, we get that first position. Again, I want that Italian trophy. And look, as far as I can remember, the last time we played against AC Milan, we lost 2-0, and I somehow daydreamed that I did win, but I realized we didn't. So hopefully this time, we can turn that win into a reality. Rafael, wow, I can't believe they found that pass and somehow missed. Mate, Jota, you have to score that. And that, my friends, is exactly where my recording got corrupted. So your boy hopped in the shower, went outside to vent because I lost my mind about losing all that footage. But don't you worry, I'm here to update you. So against AC Milan, we actually end up winning 1-0, which I am extremely satisfied with. Then against Brøndby in the Champions League, we have won. Against Napoli, we actually lost. Coming back down to earth once again. And then moving into the next month, well, we beat Udinese in the cup. with the reserves team, Ferretti and the boys that we signed all in the starting 11, we have beaten Udinese to make it into the next round. And then as I was simulating through these games, Como somehow beat us again. I don't understand how Como keeps beating us. And then against Bergamo there, 1-0 victory. Against Fiorentina, a 3-2 victory. And then, yep, you're seeing it right there. On the 24th against Lazio, in the Roma derby, in the cup that I wanted to win desperately, I got beaten by Lazio. I gave it my all. They destroyed me. They scored early on and then just played passes from the front to the back and to the side and to the other side. It was so frustrating. I hated everything about it. After that, we beat Empoli in the league, which I'm very satisfied with. But going into March, yep, you're seeing it right there. In the Champions League, we played against Arsenal and it was nuts. 3-2, back and forth between both teams. It was 3-1 for them. We came back to 3-2, both goals from Adli. And yeah, it wasn't enough. But we have one more leg to play. So I'm sorry, guys, that my file got corrupted. I really want to punch this PC so hard, but I need it for my work. But at the end of the day, we also beat Sampdoria in the top right corner there on the 7th. But now it's time for Arsenal. But let me give you an update on how things have gone for us here in the league table. Right now, AS Roma is in the 2nd position behind Bologna, who surprisingly are back up in there. And I'm so impressed with everything that they're doing right now. 3-point gap to them. We do have a better goal difference. We have beaten them this season as well. So I'm quite confident that we can overtake Bologna at some point. If someone else in the league can just go ahead and stop them, I'd be very thankful for it. But let's also go into the stats of the players and give you an update there. How are things looking? Obviously, I wanted to score a lot of goals and get assists for Ferretti, but Dovbyk has now overtaken Dybala. 19-4 for Dovbyk. He's been clutch for me today. And Dybala with the 18-6 is great. Adli 16-6, performing much better now. Pellegrini as a centre midfielder is doing a good job. Yilmaz and Soulé getting involved as much as they can. Bové, since his return, 6 goal contributions. And yes, Ferretti now has 5 goal contributions already. I want him to get to 10 by the end of the season if possible. But that right there is already much better than last time around. And he's up to a 70. And here we go against Arsenal. I do wonder, can I actually pull this off? And is my PC going to survive this? Arsenal, no! What am I doing? Bro, this is exactly what should not be happening. A horrible mistake at the back. And I'm constantly just trying to figure out the right settings for my PC not to blow up, by the way. Nice. Dybala. Kantar to his left, and there goes Adli. 23 minutes in, we're back into this game. Get in there, Roma. It's lagging. I'm playing offline and my game is lagging. I think that is a sign of my PC not being able to handle it. I have a 4090 graphics card, by the way, so I have no idea what's causing this. Mate, are you kidding me? This is getting so annoying. I can't. I just cannot. The game is lagging like crazy. I'm playing offline, bro. How is this a thing? Like, for the entirety of FC25, I've had 0 issues. And all of a sudden, the game doesn't work. The recording is breaking down. Like, Windows, stop these updates. So much high pressure on Arsenal, but none of it is working into our favor. Calafiori is making a fool of us, and the game only started working well once I was 2-1 down. What an absolute disgrace of a Champions League game. And it's going to be 3-1 in the end. It was 3-1. That's what I wanted to say. Arsenal won the game. My recording crashed right there. And now we're back in the Serie A. 28 games in, 3-point gap to Bologna. PC, please, I beg you. The people want to see this. Stop crashing on me. Let's go. Now, though, back in the Serie A, we're playing against Genoa and winning 1-0. Against Pisa at home, it should be a win, and so it is. Torino away from home could be a tough one, and it isn't. Monza, just like Como, is a team that keeps on beating us, and this time they didn't. And that sees us back at the top of the league table. 71 points on AS Roma, Bologna, Lombardia, and Milano chasing us down. And we have 1 game that we still have to play, and it's against Juventus, who are 5th, and after that, it's Lazio. If we win both of those games, we could actually be lifting the Italian title. The only thing that is left for this team. And also individually, none of our players are up there anymore. Lautaro Martinez with 27 goals right now. And in terms of assists, it's Carlton Morris out of old players, but we just keep going down, and only Dybala is in there in the 11th position. So clearly it's not working out perfectly, but we're at the top of the league table. At least my boy Ferretti is on 5 goal contributions though, so I'm happy about that, I guess. Let me step onto the pitch against Juventus and prove to our fans that we are actual title candidates here. Kostic, give me that ball. Dybala. There's a good run by Adli. Come on, Adli. Get away from him. Adli. Yes! No. Has to score that. I'm sorry. That's unacceptable. Give me that. Bro, we're on fire. Adli. Yes! He makes up for it. He missed a huge chance earlier on. And now against Juventus, we're leading again. Please, PC, I beg, let the people see this footage. Bro, what are they doing? Adli's through again. Adli, can you score on your left? What a bad shot. But it works out in the end. It's 2-0, Adli. Thank you. Juve's defense and build-up has been terrible here. Dovbyk or Adli? Both. Dovbyk! Left foot! Golasso! Juve, go home. This is it. You're out of it. Juve, just, you know what? I'm not even respecting you anymore. I'm going straight. Sim to end. Bang. 3-0. And apparently Pellegrini just scored that. What the hell is going on with my game? We are just going to be ignoring what just happened right there by simming to the end and giving me 3 different goal scorers and just taking a look at the league table, realizing that we have a 4-point gap. So Lazio, who are in 8th, can they be a threat to us? I don't know. Let's see. They kicked us out of the cup though. And for this game, I'm going Ferretti in the starting 11. You know it. There is no way Adli has been left-footed this whole time. Bro, I'm done. I thought he was right-footed. I swear to God. Nice, Mancini. I love it. Down the left we go. Sule. Ferretti. Not Ferretti. Ferretti. Adli. No. I don't accept that. There's no one. I messed it up. It's 0-0 against Lazio. Please, if they kick us out of the cup, please don't cost me the title as well, man. This is going to give them a chance to catch up. Next up is Hellas Verona. Please, Roma. 1-0, thanks. Are we still at the top? Yes, we are. 78 points. Bologna 76. Inter 71. And Inter is my next opponent. I still cannot believe that I only now figured out that Adli is left-footed. Adli, Dovbyk, Dybala, all left-footed. My entire attack. How am I only figuring this out now? Bisek loses it. Off we go. Yilmaz lobs it. Dovbyk doesn't win it. And that's the thing, like, I'm looking at Dovbyk and thinking, hey, I need to get more headers from you. Adli, left foot. See, if I didn't know, I would have not taken that shot. Because I keep thinking he's right-footed. 1-0. Let's go, lads. No. Yes. Fratesi, man. He's such a good defender, honestly. He doesn't do much offensively, but he's everywhere defensively. Inter, Mancini. No, Mancini. No, Mancini. Don't, man. It's the second time this happens with him where he completely misses a tackle, even though he stood right in front of someone. Nice. Sule leaves one on the floor. Dybala. Back into Dovbyk. Back over to Fratesi. Lovely football. Dybala. Adli. Golasso. Mate. Again, left-footed shot. Only because I knew. 2-1. I'm the worst coach, honestly. How did I not know this? 90+1 ended referee. Subbed on the likes of Ferretti and others. And it is 3 points for Roma. 2-1. The standings are still showing us 2 points ahead of Bologna. They are not giving up on this title. I'm so surprised about them, I gotta admit. Cagliari against Roma. Second to last game of the season. Here we go. Lads, get me a dub. Do you get me a dub? Yes, you do. Adli and Dovbyk, both strikers scoring. And now the question is, are we champions? Of course we are not, because the last game of the season is AS Roma against Bologna. I mean, you could not make this up. 84 points against 82. If we win or draw, we are champions. If we lose against Bologna, well, that's it. I think the first time we played against them, we won 2-0. But now the stakes are much higher, and I'm worried. For this final game of the season, I want Ferretti to start. Up to a 71 rating. Dovbyk, I love you, but you know what, guys? I might be open to letting him go. We can talk about that later. But off we go. Ferretti, Adli, let's do this. Right-footed, left-footed. Yeah, I remember. This is it, man. This is the only big trophy that we have left for this season. No Italian Cup, no Champions League. The Italian Serie A title is the one and only we can get, but what a massive trophy that would be. The first domestic one we could be picking up since last season. The Europa League was the only one that we had won. So off we go, hoping that season 2 ends on a bang. And the next season, we'll make a couple of massive signings with your help. And turn us into Champions League winners, I wanted to say. That's scary. Mancini, please. Thank you. Yilmaz, Ferretti, sending Adli on a run. It was about to happen, and they just intervened. Fratesi, I love it. Straight into Soule's run now. Soule. Soule. Come on. Yes, Soule. I love that. Lovely movement. Lob it up. Dybala. No. It's Yilmaz. Yilmaz! That is for the title if we end up winning this game. 68 minutes in. AS Roma could be winning it. This is a huge moment for Yilmaz specifically, who has been doubted many times, I would assume, because you don't see him scoring often. But this man might have just gotten the most important goal, assisted by our captain, Pellegrini. Yilmaz into Ferretti. Ferretti! Exceptional! Oh, mate! I love this kid. Every time he does something, I'm like, oh my god, he did that. Straight back into you. And we are lifting the Serie A title. AS Roma, you have managed to pull it off. Campione d'Italia. Yes, that is us. Pellegrini, lift that trophy. And you know what, guys? Going into the next season, I am ready for some big changes. We have now conquered Italy, but I want to conquer Europe with AS Roma. So for that, I need my assistant coach's help, and that's you. You need to give me some suggestions right about now. The final league table of the season, AS Roma 85 points, Bologna, Inter and AC Milan qualifying for Champions League football, Napoli dropping out of it, Juventus only Conference League football, and going down is Cremonese, Sampdoria and Pisa. Not really surprised. But let's be honest, we did not win the Coppa Italia, and we also didn't manage to make it into the Champions League final at all. We actually failed quite early on against Arsenal right here in the round of 16, so things didn't really go our way in that sense. And I gotta say, I am really loving Dybala in this position, right? He feels world class. Every time he's on the ball, I know I can create something. I know I can get past people. That's the type of player I want to have in my team. Now, Fratesi is exceptional defensively, barely does anything on offense, but that's okay. I love his defensive side because Pellegrini gets a bit more of the attacking side of the game for us. Now, we have filled up the bench with players that are good enough for years to come, but I am thinking I want to move on from Dovbyk. I think I really do. The reason why I wanted to have Dovbyk in the starting 11 initially was I thought, okay, he's a tall lad, I can cross the ball to him and score. But since you guys have not necessarily seen him score many headers, it means he didn't really deliver. So every time I'm crossing the ball over to him, he either just stands there or does nothing. So at the end of the season, Adli is the main man with 24-8, overtaking Dovbyk. And I'm ready. I'm ready to put him onto the transfer list. I'm ready to find a new striking partner for Adli. And I'm ready to create a new dynamic in the team with obviously someone that is right-footed, because everyone in my attack is left-footed and that needs to change. And Ferretti can remain the backup to these players and still get plenty of playtime as you have seen this season. Apart from that, who would you guys say needs replacing, needs improving? Let me know in the comments down below. This season was really eye-opening in many factors. We are not good enough for Europe right now. But with your help, we could actually pull that off. Off we go to Season 3.